Hello, welcome again to another PlayStation 3 game update by me, or to paraphrase Will Smith, here comes the man with games. Right, so it's been a while since I've done one, got quite a few games since then, so I'm going to split it over two. Some of the games I've not played yet, so they're not going to be in this video, because how can you say if you like something if you haven't played it? It's just, some people do that, but not me. Well, some games, but yeah, anyway, instead of waffling on, let's get to it. Might add an echo effect there later, maybe not. Right, first one, for anyone who has read my first thoughts of it on Facebook, I have to remember what it was called then, first thoughts of it on Facebook, binary domain, or domain, however you pronounce it, where you live. I don't know why I said domain. I never say domain. Binary domain. That's what I usually say. Right, anyway, moving on. Yeah, got this the other day. Good game. Quite enjoyed it so far. I'll try not to spend too long on it for those that have read my first thoughts on it on the PlayStation 3 group on Facebook. And for anyone who hasn't, I'll explain it a little bit as well so that it's equal for both sides. That's just how I roll. Yeah, so binary domain, it's current apocalypse. It's not post-apocalypse, it's while the apocalypse is going on. Robots have been invented by some Japanese dude, that's, might edit that out, it's quite offensive. But anyway, yeah, so robots have been invented. Unfortunately, some Japanese guy who's got issues with the West, as they always do, has created in secret robots, well, cyborgs I suppose, that look just like humans and have no idea they're robots. Crazy times. Anyway, he pretty much owns Japan. You play this guy there, whose name is, I've forgotten, Dan Marshall. Not John Marshall from Lynx FM, Dan Marshall. And your nickname, this is never, well, as far as I've got in it so far, this has never been explained. His nickname is The Survivor, in quotation fingers. I'm holding this, so shut up. It may be explained further on. They've sort of hinted that it's because he manages to survive the wildest missions, which no one else would, except for the fact that the guy you start with, as well as your teammate, is someone who's always in his squad, who has also survived all the things he has, but doesn't get to be nicknamed the Survivor. On a completely unrelated note, he happens to be coloured. It's probably nothing to do with it, but it won't surprise me because, you know, why shouldn't the future have racism? The present does. That's not condoning it. Well, hang on, no, that is condoning it actually. Yeah, I'm not sure what word I was looking for. No, I've messed this up, haven't I? Anyway, racism bad is what I was getting at. It says here limited edition. It includes exclusive single and multiplayer in-game content, which is 3 bonus skills and an exclusive weapon. That's the offline single player. And the multiplayer pack comes with 2 weapons, an additional ninja class, and a new map. Not really limited edition considering every single copy of the game comes with it, but you know, Sega, innit? Yeah, so you win a squad. You can use voice commands to control your squad in battle, which saves you having to, you know, faff about. L2, say charge. Now you can just go charge. You can also say rude words as well. Don't know what happens if you tell your teammates to do that. Schmickles. Yeah, so anyway, you've got to go stop the madman creating robots and save the world. What's next? Carnival Island. That's right, it's for the PlayStation Move, which is only on PlayStation, hence the fact it's called the PlayStation Move. Duh. Anyway, you can choose to play as one of those two, and you go to this island where that old Southern American KFC looking dude. Runs a carnival, or he did. It's now in disrepair. But through the laughter and joy and fun of children playing the games at the carnival, it brings them back to colour and life and blah blah. That's a very token Mexican looking dude on the back there. Anyway, yeah, it's got your usual of funfair carnival attractions, you know, hoop toss, throw the ball at a thingy of bottles, whatever you call it, I don't know what you call it. Anyway, yeah, hit a pad to send a frog flying through the air to see where it lands. Bowling, it's got bowling, and coin flip, you know, pa-ting into a cup, pa-ting into a cup, you know, that kind of stuff. It's a cheap game. Some might say it's a kiddie game, which not looking at you, Lisa, which it kind of is, but it's surprisingly fun. You know, people love carnivals regardless of how old you are. I mean, I actually hurt my arm for 3 or 4 days because I couldn't turn this off even after 5 hours. I think it got to about 6 hours and my arm was literally, no, not literally, dropping off. And I thought, yeah, I should probably stop this about now before I do myself an injury, but I already had, so that's beside the point. Anyway, yeah, there's challenges that you've got to complete, some of which are intensely difficult. So easy plat, maybe, apart from a few trophies which are unbelievably difficult. Yeah, plus it all depends on how well you've set up your iToy, doesn't it? Yeah, so a lot of fun. You can get it quite cheap now. I mean, $8.95 that was. So I'd recommend getting that. I imagine it'll be lots of fun if you've got friends around as well, especially if you're all absolutely drunk. I just want to swear then. Yeah. What's coming next? Wrong way. Eat Lead, The Return of Matt Hazard. Now, this is an action game. Well, there's one on PSN, PlayStation Network, for you noobs, which is it's a side-scrolling shooter, and that one's called Matt Hazard. What is it? Bloodbath and Beyond, which is a take on Bath and Beyond, the shop in America. Anyway, no, this is actually set after the side-scroller, where no, this was before the side-scroller, I should say, and this is a 3D, not 3D, third-person action adventure. You know, it's like Resident Evil 5. You're looking over the shoulder, and basically, Matt Hazard used to be a massive. I mean, he's not real, obviously, but the idea is he was a massive movie star, action star, game star, you know, that kind of thing. And then he started making these kiddie movies like The Pacifier, just saying. And his popularity dwindled, and now someone's trying to kill him, and he's trying to also get back into, you know, being popular. He's trying to raise his popularity again, so he agrees to be in this, but someone wants him dead, so they hack the game. It's one of them things where there's, you know, they break the fourth wall between the user and the game, because it's kind of like he knows he's in a game, you see. And it also features the voices of Will Arnett and Neil Patrick Harris. Neil Patrick Harris, of course, being famous for being in the Harold and Kumar movies. He's famous for other stuff as well, but that's where I've heard of him from, so we'll say he's famous from there. Yeah, so it's quite some bits are quite easy until you get used to the baddies, and then it's really, as you go through like a 16-bit stage, zombie stage, ninja stage, all that action stage and that kind of thing. It's quite a lot of fun. Do I want to do this one next? Not. Yeah, why not? Eyepet. I got it when Game were going under before they got saved for £1. This was, I think it was about $1.50 maybe. I played it once. Shit. Next up, I'm going out of alphabetical order now, but I want to do with collector's editions last. So, next up, Syndicate, or Deus Ex, the Rip-Off as it's also known. Intense future sci-fi action. Business is war. Well, we all know business is war. Although not quite the same kind of war as, well, actually, EA were awarded the worst company in America the other week. So, who knows? Basically, it's kind of like Deus Ex. You know, it's first-person shooter, futuristic. You can hack stuff, blah blah blah. Unlike Deus Ex, where Deus Ex is more, you can like stealthy, blah 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 blah. You can, you know, stealth sneak it. With this, you don't. You go in, people see you, they shoot at you, you shoot back. You cannot. Although some things this does offer is you're a Syndicate member. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. And the back gives absolutely. I mean, that's the back. It gives absolutely nothing away. But you, Kalo, I think it was. Yeah, Kalo or Kilo or something like that. I think it was. You can hack. Like, people have got like implanted chips and so on, and you can hack into theirs, which can, you know, you can make them kill themselves by hacking it. You know, blow up inside the brain, that kind of thing. But it gives you like extra skills and so on, like increased reflexes, increased health, the ability to, you know, augmented vision, that kind of stuff. It's a first-person shooter. The original Syndicate, of course, 1993, was by Bullfrog, was a lot different to this one. This is FPS. The other one was like an isometric, top-down. Well, sort of kind of like Dead Nation style. You know, not top-down, but sort of like in like that, isometric. Like I said, it was fun. This is still fun, but the original is better. They usually are, aren't they? Anyway, next up. Don't know why I did that. It's not Batman. Wet. Ooh, bet she is. That's fallen off. Anyway, yeah, voiced by Elijah Dushku. Ooh. This was again, I got it quite cheap. This game was actually a challenge because I've completed it on hard. I played it through on hard first and completed on that, but it was an insane challenge. Really enjoyed it too. Some nice music. It's reminiscent of a Grindhouse. Do you remember the old Grindhouse films? You probably know the recent one. You know, Death Proof and oh hell, Terror Planet, I think it was. Quentin Tarantino in that recently. Well, anyway, Grindhouse from the 70s. It's kind of like that. You play her, Ruby, and you're basically a killer. You've got your guns, your sword, and everything. You can do sort of like bullet time, but it's not bullet time, if you get what I mean. You know, Max Payne and all that. But it's quite gory, quite brutal. But it is a fun game, except for the drive. They're not really driving sections, but you're basically on the roof of a car, sort of like bang, bang, bang across to another car, bang, 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 motorbikes and all that. And it's quite difficult to aim and move on that bit because obviously the car's moving and you're moving one way, which slows you down. But yeah, it's a good game. I'd recommend it, especially if, I think the platinum rating on this is about 7.5 out of 10, and there's still 2 more difficulties left to do, so should be a nice little challenge there, our kid. Next up, Mass Effect 3 N7 Collector's Edition. Bosh. Now, the N7. What can you say about this that's not already been said? Shut up about the ending. Anyway, the collector's edition comes with a steel book case, but it's not a bookcase, but it's a steel book case. It's got male Shep on the front, a female Shep on the back, or Femme Shep as she's known. You know, you get your DLC codes, free DLC codes, I should say, and so on. There's not much to explain about steel cases other than it's a steel case. So, if you don't know about Mass Effect 3 by now, you've been living under a rock. And quite frankly, Mass Effect is one of the greatest series in the world. You have to stop the Reapers, who are trying to... Well, they come back at like every so often, every few thousand years, for a cycle, wipe out all organic life that's deemed too advanced, and they let the lesser ones live so they can grow into the next cycle before the Reapers come back and start all again. Now, Shepard, Commander Shepard, is his name John Shepherd? I seem to think somewhere I heard it's John Shepherd, but because you can have it as anything, I think that's his official name. But as you can, you know, choose his name to be anything, it's just referred to in game as Commander Shepherd. Maybe I've just made up the John bit. I don't know. Or maybe it's from a film. Anyway. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, so you have to stop the Reapers, and it's one of Mass Effect 2 is one of my greatest games of all time. It's one of the games I've waited my entire life for, and this is a sequel, and it is just as awesome. In fact, it's kind of better in a way because it doesn't have those god-awful Hammerhead missions, which were, oh man, they were just awful. Anyway, little box inside, blah blah blah, don't need to see that. Comes with an N7 patch, which I could actually put on my combat jacket, you know, the SWAT style jacket I've got from Resident Evil. It comes with a small copy, kind of about the size of the one that came with Duke Nukem Forever, by Dark Horse Comics, of the Mass Effect Invasion comic. It's only the initial one. This is about Liara to Sony, and this is only the first issue, but I did already buy the full size issues anyway. So you get a limited edition lithograph of the Alliance Normandy there. Put that in there. And you also get a hardback book, The Art of Mass Effect 3, which, as you can imagine, is your, you know, it's got your usual artwork in it, the elusive man, shooty bits, the crucible, that kind of stuff. Anyway, yeah, I'll pop these away later because we're kind of running low on time. In fact, I'm not sure whether to stop this one now and do that on the next one. I may do that actually. So, I don't know if you've seen these before. I can't remember if I showed them in a previous video. That's the Alliance Normandy SR2 model. Trying to hold it because it's not a permanent stand. And yeah, and the Cerberus SR2, Normandy SR2 Cerberus edition there as well. As you can see, there you go. Stop it. I'll do it quickly. Next up, this is the uDraw game tablet for the Wii. For the PS3. It came out originally on the Wii. That's the tablet. You got your little pen up top. You write on that bit there. It's not too bad, I suppose. uDraw Studio Instant Artist, that came with the uDraw, and you can basically draw pictures, you know, little arts-based games, stuff like that. Create your own posters, paint by numbers, that kind of stuff. Easy Platinum did the day I got it. And Pictionary Ultimate Edition is just basically Pictionary, but with, you know, you draw using the uDraw tablet, and it's all right. It's got a few different challenges, you know, that kind of stuff, different board styles, things to unlock. You can give the characters, you know, drawn faces on, and that's it. I've got another uDraw one, but I've not played it yet, so it's in the next video. Okay, so that's everything for me. Until next time, signing out, my followers. Goodbye.
Sometimes the world looks perfect, nothing to rearrange. Sometimes you just get a feeling like you need some kind of change. No matter what the odds are this time, nothing's gonna stand in my way. This flame in my heart, like a long lost friend, gives every dark street a light at the end. Standing tall on the wings of my dream, rise and fall on the wings of my dream. The rain and thunder, the wind and haze, I'm bound for better days. My life, my dream, nothing's gonna stop